No, it's so if you want to make yourself available tomorrow because I'm cleaning, do what you got to do.
Oh, you gotta clean tomorrow.
I don't have to
Okay.
clean endlessly, but I'm going to take a bath.
You don't want to record until when? When do you
Well,
want to record?
hopefully I will record something, but
Okay. Okay.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. I can see you. Hi, Marjana. Hi there. Hi, MS. Greetings. Hi, Mamone. It's good to have you here with us. Welcome, everyone. It's good to have everybody here, and I hope it's a good evening wherever you are. Hi, Jennifer and Tracy and the group, and Marie and Carmela, Marion, and Susan. Welcome, everyone. Um, Welcome, Marie and Sarah. Smile. Welcome. I'm glad you're all here today. It's good to have you with us. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Linda. Hi, Nana? Nanona? Okay, I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Great. Um, I'm doing spirit-led readings. So that means, at least at this moment, that could change midway through if I change my mind, but I'm going to start that way. I'm going to start by doing spirit-led readings, which means I'll start channeling whatever spirit should come through and at this time, and your job is to listen and speak up if you recognize the spirit. And um, if like three things match, it's probably you, and I'm probably yeah, it's just a good idea to speak up. Waiting until like 15 things match and then I'm ready to let the spirit go isn't really always the greatest strategy. Okay. Um, just asking if we could try not to do that. Okay. My weekend's going really well. Thanks, Veronica. And hi, Gianna. And okay. Hmm. Hi, Ashley Lynn. I seen you tagged Sienna. So at first I was like, are you are you like a scammer or something? But I think you're just tagging her. So hi Athea in the group, and Nelia and Vim Saint Dominique. Welcome everyone. So as I mentioned, we're going to do spirit-led readings, which I think is great because then spirit gets to pick who needs the reading more than I do. um I could be wrong, so I let spirit bring the spirit through, and then at some point I might channel, and also we there could be other things that come through. I could also change my method at some point if I feel that that's necessary. So I hope all of you have had a beautiful day. I hope that you are in the middle of your weekend, you're snuggled in cozy in your warm house, and that you're safe, and whatever's going on for you, I hope that it is minimal at this time. And first thing I'm going to do is set my intentions for this broadcast, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate that. Thanks, Nikki. Nikki said, "Thank you for sharing your gift. I hope to hear from my loved one." You're welcome to like type out loud. Type out loud. Is that a thing? Okay, you're welcome to type in, like, I'd like to hear from so and so or whatever that is. Hi, Lynette and Marie and Christina and Maria and Pamela. Welcome, everyone. I would say you're welcome to put any of that. I'm not sure I will actually respond to it or whatever, but then you can be assured that spirit will hear you, and because they're not really supposed to like read your mind unless you invite them in. Okay. I call upon my spirit guides in the here and now. I call upon you to be with me in this moment, to help me connect to any spirits that need to come through to serve the most powerful purpose in this moment. Thank you for helping me to bring spirits through, to interpret those messages from the other side, and help me to understand exactly what the messages mean. Thank you to my spirit guides for helping me with this broadcast today. Any guides are welcome to come through me in this here and now. Thank you for helping me be connected to the here and now and connect for any spirits now. I have a female energy coming through. Yeah, she's definitely a feminine energy. I believe at some point in her life, she swam. She likes to swim. She's actually showing me, and she looks pretty young, jumping off like a um, diving board. You know, she, she could have passed much older than that, but at some point in her life, she swam. So she might have swam when she was a younger person because the bathing suit that she's wearing, I would guess it's like the 1950s, might be the 60s. I'm not very good at that, but I'm definitely not good at style and style history. It's not but sometimes I have a pretty good guess about when. Might be the 50s or 60s. She's pretty young in there, like maybe a young adult. And she does seem to enjoy the water. It seems to be a part of who she was. So she liked to swim, at least in her history. So it doesn't mean that she passed when she was young. She's just showing me, okay? She's just showing me that she liked to do it, okay? She's also showing me an older version. I think this is an older version of her. Um, Kind of hanging out in the pool. I think she might have swam laps, maybe to stay in shape, or at least swam around. I do feel like she liked to hang out in the water with like some friends occasionally. So she must have been in an area that, well, I guess she could be in just about anywhere in the United States, or just about anywhere. You could have a swimming pool, except for maybe Russia. Um, but um, okay. So let me. Okay, so Ashley Lynn said, my grandma lived in the water, but she was older. Yeah, but I just seen two versions of someone in the water. So yes, when they were young, but also when she was older. So she must have like swam most of her life. Maybe she swam for health in her older age. I don't know, Ashley. Let's keep going and see if it matches, okay? I think she also sometimes enjoyed like wine or something. Could be, I guess it could be champagne because she's sort of, it looks like she's outside on a patio or something with a drink, and looks like she's socializing, but she's much older, so I don't know, maybe in her 70s, 80s. She was 88 when she passed, Ashley, right? Okay. Um, she seems fairly social. Um, I mean, not overly, not the star of the show or anything, except that she's fairly lively. And she likes to socialize. And it also seems like it seems like these events might have been family related, actually. So, so there's several generations present at the gathering. Um, so I don't know if that's still you, Ashley. But I'll just keep going. Does someone have kidney issues, Ashley, or anyone else? I'm sensing something with kidneys, or maybe trying to think what is in that area of the body. um, so yeah, kidneys. Yeah, it's kidneys. How about liver? It looks like there might have been maybe some sort of issue with maybe with the liver kidney conversation. I don't know if you know that, but the body. Um, so, oh, your mom has a kidney issue, Ashley. Okay. Okay, so it still sounds like her. All right, great. Thanks for validating. I appreciate your validation. That helps me. Um, okay, but grandma did at the end. So she did have a kidney thing at the end because my kidney is sore. So I'm pretty sure that's where your kidney would be just under your, so both of them. Okay, so it must be like genetic or something. Okay. I think we're with you, Ashley. I think this is for you. Interesting. For some reason, so your grandma had kidney failure at the end. Okay. Yep. And so interestingly, she's showing me an empty chair. And I feel like it's amongst people, almost as if she's saying, um, almost as if she's saying like, I'm there even amongst everybody. It feels like maybe another family gathering of some sort. Um, and it seems like the empty chair may um represent her not being there, like physically, but she is there spiritually, okay? Because I can see her sort of invisible spirit in the chair, but it's an otherwise empty chair. And then when I focus in on it, I can sort of see um, her spirit entity there. So she had just barely been diagnosed within a couple of hours before passing. Okay, Ashley. So, oh my gosh. And Ashley says I have a chair of theirs in my room. Wow. Okay, Ashley. I'm pretty sure this is for you. So I was just saying, I'm pretty sure your grandma sits in that chair. Because she's showing me, um, I just I just can't explain it, but it's like an invisible body, and I think it's her, but it's a younger version of her. And it's not unusual for spirits to present themselves as like their favorite age. Especially since she's already shown me herself as an older person. And her and grandpa had a chair in their front room and was designated for them too, though. Okay. Well, so anyway, so she's showing her spirit sitting in the chair. So I think that chair that you have of theirs in your room, I think she might like her presence might be around that. Do you tend to think of them when you look at the chair or sit in the chair? I don't know. Anyway, so it just feels really powerful. Like she's trying to tell you that she's there with you. So you're probably feeling her energy maybe when you even sit in the chair. Like when you're feeling it, when you're sitting there. Um, so it's a really powerful message because she's essentially saying that she's been there. Okay. I asked her if she could ever go back to any year. She would say her early 60s. Yeah, because the image I'm seeing of her, is not in her 80s. She could be in her 60s, especially a young 60, like if she was in shape and fairly healthy looking in the face. Um, it seems, and if she was a swimmer, she probably was. Um, if she loved the water and swam regularly, exercise is the number one thing to keep you healthy longer. So, and she's saying that you feel her when you are like sitting in the chair or whatever, or near the chair. Yeah, okay, so you do feel her. Great. Um, and she's essentially saying that she's with you. She's there. She wants to validate you. And this seems to be pretty important because I have this feeling like there's your senses, maybe you don't always take them seriously or something, or maybe you dismiss them. So I'm supposed to tell you that they're real. Okay, so those feelings are real, so you just need to trust them, which isn't always the easiest thing, which is why mediums need validation. That's why when mediums are doing readings, we're like, please give us validation. It's really hard if you don't give us validation. And this is why. This is it. This right here. Because sometimes you feel her, and maybe sometimes you're like, I don't know. Am I just making that up? And there's all kinds of stuff going in and out of your head. And really, actually, Ashley, what's actually happening is, that's normal. That's normal for mediums. And the hardest thing for mediums to learn is to trust themselves, to trust their feelings, to trust their intuition, and to know that it belongs to someone, okay? And that energy you're feeling, it belongs to you. It is her coming near you, trying to let you know that she's nearby. So I just want you to understand, and she just wants you to know, yeah, I understand. All of us go through that all the time. A lot of people have that insecurity. You're not the only one. Most of us feel that. Most even I've been doing mediumship for 30 years and I still need validation, okay, Ashley? So like don't even give yourself a hard time, okay? Like you're not even a medium. And that's just kind of how it goes. So like you learn to trust it over time. I've learned to trust mine over time, but there's still times I question it. Okay? So Ashley, I think that that's what she's trying to say, and she just wanted to let you know. And she said, "This is amazing. We just lost her, and it was not a normal situation, and it's hard. Thank you." You're welcome, Ashley. You're welcome. And just know that your grandma's near. Um, she's with you. Especially she sits in that chair. Okay. Little water to reset the system. Take a deep breath. Nikki said that was beautiful. Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kathleen. Sometimes we just need a little validation, and that's what sometimes mediumship is. That's exactly what it is. And today I'm doing spirit-led readings because it would be really hard for me to pick who should get a reading, because I could never do a reading for everyone that's watching right now. There's a lot of people watching, and I just couldn't. So it would be easier if I just allow spirit to choose, and that makes it easier for me. Okay? Because I just think that, spirit can choose on who needs it the most. Okay? And who can't afford to get a reading or whatever. Spirit will make that choice. Let's see what other spirits can step forward. So there's a younger masculine energy. It's a younger masculine energy that seems to be I would call him maybe a young adult. He could be like an older teenager, but I would say a young adult. There's definitely something in the chest. It kind of feels like it's probably with the heart. The heart thing definitely was the reason he passed. I'm not sure. I think he may have been also like maybe experimenting with drugs or something. Some sort of accident happened, and it feels like his heart was racing before he passed. Okay? His chest was actually hurting before he passed. Okay? And I think he's um I think in the past he's sharing a memory. Um uh um was he like Dracula or something for Halloween? He's kind of laughing at it like it's funny. Does this match? I see what you guys are saying. Sienna said my husband passed like that. We originally thought it was his heart at first because he had heart problems. Yes, Luke, he had surgery to fix his heart and passed. Heart problems was due to drugs. Okay. Oh, okay. I see, Sasha. So does any of the three of you know if he was like a Dracula? Um, uh, Sienna and Ashley, are you guys friends? Yeah, absolutely. Your grandma could bring someone in that you know, Ashley. Whether it doesn't even matter if you know them in person, but if you're connected in any way. Um, So he's kind of laughing at it, so it feels like it's playful. And oh, okay. She's my sister-in-law who was married to her brother. I see. Okay. So Ashley or Sienna, did he ever dress up like Dracula? Like a vampire? I guess it could be a vampire of any kind. But he has like this big it looks like a cape with like a big like this, and he's laughing about it. He thinks it's funny. So it was playful. So, okay. So we'll just keep going, and I'm not sure if it matches or not. And I hear you, Leah. You said he was my sister's boyfriend and they loved Halloween. Okay. So it could be either one. Okay, so we'll just keep going and see what else we get. Oh, okay. Ashley, especially since your grandma came through and then your brother would come through, which is also Sienna's husband who has passed. And he passed from a heart thing, you guys said, right? Just looking back up here. It was a heart at first because he had heart problems. Okay. So his heart, he might have had some heart things. Okay. 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 So he was like Count Dracula. Like, it's kind of funny. So, okay, let's see what else he shows me. Okay. I think he but Sienna, if he overdosed and he had a heart issue, you're more likely to overdose when you have a heart problem. Does that make sense? It's not a good idea to do drugs if you have a heart problem. Okay? Okay, now he's also showing me a tank. And I'm trying to see if this is like serious, like was he in the military or something like that, or is this more playful? Like was he into like a game or something that had a tank in it? But you know, it's like an army tank, you know. Um okay. Um Okay, because I was just saying that he was saying that it was playful. So he's saying it's playful. He's not in the army. And he says that does make a lot of sense. And he plays military with Ashley's little boy. Okay, I see. All right. So for some reason, he's showing me that. And I think it's pretty important to him. He's saying that it's important and it's playful. He's also showing me a tent. Um, uh, He had barely turned his Xbox on right before that happened. I don't know what he was playing, but I was told he plays with my son, and my son's into soldier toys as well. Okay. I think it's more about your son, Ashley. Yeah. hmm Anyway, he's showing me a tent. I believe it's outdoors. Like, feels like. But, I I'm not sure it's like a tent like to go camping in. I think it might be like just a cover for. I was almost thinking like those little tents that you um use when you go to the beach to like kind of protect you from strong sunlight. I'm not sure why, but he's showing me this little thing and there seems to be people in it. So I'm not sure if that's now or if that's him in a memory. So just give me a second. I think it's like I'm not even sure it's at a beach, but I think it's like just one of those little shelters that you would sit in and there seems to be a couple of people in it and one of them is him. So it's a memory. Okay? It feels to be kind of I'm going to say childlike, mostly because there seems to be some pretend play around it. And it seems to be like a fun time. Okay? So, okay. He's laughing. Okay. So I'm not sure what this is about, but he's like, anyway. And that's what he's saying is he's like literally sometimes spirits will do that if especially if they're kind of funny, but he's just kind of being like, anyway, like that. Like he's like, you guys don't remember or something. So, or maybe you don't know about it or whatever it is. So he's just anyway, that's what he's saying. He's actually quite funny. He says he's sorry. Sienna, he says he's sorry. Sienna and Ashley, he says he's sorry. And also, I guess to your son, Ashley, to the children is what he's saying. So he's saying he's sorry. I feel as though he made a choice. Oh, Ashley says that's him. He says random things and then dismisses it. Okay, well, there's a way to validate, right? Okay. But he's just like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like he's, oh, I see, Sienna. So it does make sense that he would say about the kids to you as well, because so it is, he does have children here. Okay. I bet you are having a hard time, Sienna, because he's just like, I'm so sorry. He feels like he let you down. And I don't feel like I feel like he didn't completely comprehend the impact of the heart problem he lived with. Um, it feels like he didn't really understand how the drugs could take his life, but I'm pretty sure the drugs made his heart, you know, and he feels responsible for taking the drugs. Okay? He clearly says it was a choice. Part of him knew it was wrong, but he did it anyway. Feels like the history wasn't so great. Feels like childhood and things like that. He had some struggles, and there were definitely some things that went wrong. So, anyway, Sienna and Ashley, he's apologizing, and he's saying he's deeply sorry. But Sienna, you can do it, okay? He's also saying that you can raise your daughter on your own. And while that's hard, you will find a way. You will find a way. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. I'm pretty sure he'll guide you for the rest of your life, Sienna. He is your spirit guide now, and he will be at your side for the rest of your life. Okay? I don't think he meant to take his life, Ashley. I don't think he meant to. No. I'm sure you were abused. Like, as I said, his childhood wasn't so great, right? So just know that he's with you, Sienna. He is trying to help you. He is with you. And you can raise that child on your own. Even if you think you can't, you can. And I hope you find healing, Sienna and Ashley. I hope you find healing. And I hope that this was helpful in some way. This is a religious woman with big hair. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Sienna. Hi, Andrea. Thank you. Thanks, Sasha. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. I agree, Terry. Accidental overdoses. Yep. Thank you, Danielle. Thanks, Tracy. All right. As we go forward, I have a older female. Well, when she passed, she was older, but she's showing me that she's pretty. She's pretty. I'm gonna call it religious. Okay, she's flat out in a pew praying, and she says she's praying to Jesus Christ. And she says she's praying to Jesus Christ. So it's very important to her. She kind of has kind of big hair, like a perm or something. I don't know. It's just big. She's actually quite upset. I think someone's died. And it feels like she's in a church or something praying, because she's also making reference to those candles you light in the Catholic Church when somebody dies. She might be Catholic, or she might just be at a Catholic church because the person who died was Catholic. She's apologizing to me because she wasn't very open-minded when she was alive. That's what she said. She wasn't open-minded about me, about a medium, and she certainly wasn't open-minded about queers. So, this is an older woman. She definitely passed You know, older, over 60 for sure. Probably like 70, maybe 80. She's pretty old. Feels like she was kind of on the old-fashioned side. I think it was her husband that died. Um, she's saying, does the person know you did that? She said that she was praying to Jesus Christ to die so that she could be with her husband. So she would have been very upset about losing her husband, and she's not sure if you knew or not. That she was praying for that, because apparently she did tell some people, and she's not sure if it got back around. So Andrea, you said that your nan was Catholic. Does any of the other stuff follow? Um, them, Saint Dominique, I'm just gonna call you Vim. Um, Vim. Let's focus on Vim for a minute. Vim. Does everything match? Like being kind of closed-minded when she was alive, particularly religious, and pretty upset when her husband died. Okay. Okay, but just because your dad died when you were a baby, you weren't there, so you don't know how upset she was, right? She said everything except for the husband passing, as my dad passed when I was a baby. Well, if your dad passed when you were a baby, you don't know how she was. Is that true? Okay, you agree. Okay. So it could also be Sue. Yeah, I didn't say she was Catholic, Sue. I just said it felt like she was in a Catholic church. Maybe there was a Catholic funeral for some reason, but she's lighting the candles. Are there other Christian paths that light candles when people die? I don't know. Um, I'm not exactly a Christian expert, if you get what I'm saying. Um, so Sue, but she was very religious. Okay. So I think it's either Vim or Sue, especially since CNI asked for Spirit to go ahead and pull away from your family so that someone else could get a chance, okay? Okay. So let's see what else she shows me. Okay, so I think she's showing me her house. She's pretty old fashioned. I think she might have some sort of thing about towels, like in her bathroom and in her kitchen. Did she have some sort of special towels that were special to her somehow? Yeah, exactly, Vim. Yeah. I know the candle lighting is definitely in Catholicism. Yep, because I grew up Catholic. Yep. Yep, mom was very religious, she says. Okay. Um you used to crochet toppers on the towels. See, I think this might be Sue McKelvey. because she kind of implied that she wasn't Catholic. Yeah, we used crochet toppers on the towels. See, she's focusing in on like towels for some reason, and I'm like, this is a little strange. Most people, sometimes they might focus in on something special, but it would have some sort of sentimental value like that, Sue. And so I guess you guys, okay. But Sue McKelvey matches the towels, so I think it might be for her. Let's see what else I have. MS, if it was Wicca, I would know. I'm a witch. No. 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 Um okay. Okay. All right. So, um okay. So I'm going to say that I'm with Sue. So is there something wrong with her ankles or her left leg? Feels like walking could be difficult at times. I'm not sure it was always like that, but it feels like sometimes it was like that. Does that make sense, Sue? Something on the left side in the legs, or possibly an ankle. It just feels like it would be strained or something. Um, she's also showing me a fairly large um, like um like Christmas tree type of thing. I don't know that's actually a Christmas tree, but it could be outside. So it would be like that kind of tree, if you get what I'm saying, like an evergreen tree. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of evergreen. um, but anyway, so it's an evergreen tree and it's outside, but it feels like it's important to her. Okay. Okay. So Sue says skin issues on the feet. Okay, and that might make it hard to walk. Um, And hey guys, there's a copycat for Psychic Insights. Just block them if they message you. Just block them. Okay? There's a copycat. They copy my profile, take my image, my logo, everything. And then they pretend to be me and then they message you and say that I have some message from your loved one or whatever. I will never do that, okay? I will never message you, I promise you. That will never happen. Most of the time, I will do readings like I'm doing right now, or or you'll have to book a reading with me. Okay, that's how I do readings. Um, okay, so back to what's important. It is out, but it sounds like she moved out of state in later years. Okay, yeah, Terry, I agree. Scammers are everywhere. Somebody posted in my local group that they were selling like local eggs and stuff like that. It was a scam. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, MS, it happens everywhere. It's everywhere. Facebook, TikTok, doesn't matter. It's just scammers. They're just annoying. Um so and I feel sorry for the people that fall for it. So I'm sorry if you've been tricked by them. Okay, Sue. I think the tree was significant to her, but I'm not. I think you're gonna have to ask your family member about it. Um, Somebody else knows about it. She's saying. Okay, so Funny, she's showing me her walking with you. She's showing me her walking with you, Sue. She's actually like um walking sort of right beside you, and it seems to be important because she's your guide. So I just want to let you know that she's your guide and she's literally walking right beside you. And there also seems to be a couple of kids, and she seems to be in between them holding their hands. But she's in spirit. So she's not like, um so she's not full color, if you know what I mean. Like she's not embodied. It's her spirit is like with the children, with two children on either side of her. So anyway, that's what she has. That's what she's showing. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. Thanks, Connie. So Barbara Barbara said, "Can you show us that beautiful colored tree picture behind you?" That one? Yeah, that's my wife's artwork. That is a painting she can do for you if that's what you're interested in, along with lots of other art. You can find it at her website, brighthawkproductions.com. She loves to paint. She does lots of beautiful art. She also does really cool crystal grids where you can set your crystals up with a special intention. She paints wood slices. I don't have any behind me at this time. She paints wood slices so that you can like focus your intention on these, like, like a tree, like a pine tree or something. We live in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains, and so when a tree falls, she tries to slice it up, and then she uses that like sort of slice and paints both sides of it, so that you can put your crystals on it. It's one of a kind. You won't find them anywhere else in the world. She's the only person I've ever seen do it. I've looked up crystal grids. No one does it but her. And so they're really beautiful. They have like sacred geometry on it. She has an Etsy store with a few of them. She's currently painting a bunch of them, but if you had a special request, she would do it for you. She has a bunch sitting that she's working on this winter, and they're really beautiful. They're just fantastic, really gorgeous, beautiful pieces. Like if you wanted to like focus to bring your third eye awake or something like that, and you had some stones that were focused in on the third eye, you could put them on there and like, do your meditation or whatever it was. Her website is brighthawkproductions.com. I'll try to put it up here, so you can see the artwork. I'll put her website up. Okay. Yeah, she's really awesome and it's really beautiful. I personally think it's the most unique art I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you. I've never seen crystal grids like that. Like you see crystal grids that are like printed, from like computers and stuff, but they're just like on like a piece of leather or something or whatever, but not like this, not like hers. No, hers are hand painted, beautiful, colorful, and just vibrant. And when you hold it in your hand, you just feel like you're holding a piece of magical something. And so then to put your crystals on it and focus your intention or whatever it is, you could, could be really powerful personally. I use them all the time. I have a small one that's actually in my mobile altar. So when I'm doing readings outside, because like here I have like an altar and stuff, but it's a great mobile altar. So when I'm doing readings like at public events, I will put crystals on it. It's a smaller one, and because I like it because it's mobile, it's easy to carry around, and it has a beautiful like rainbow tree on it, and it's really great for focusing my energy, keeping me grounded, even when I'm doing reading after reading after reading after reading for hours and hours, because that's how an event usually goes. So let me see if there's anything else that needs to come through in this moment. There's a channeled message for everyone. There's a channel message for everyone listening in this time. There are many dimensions to your world. You should know that. There are many dimensions. You can reach across dimensions, and entities on the other side of those dimensions can reach across to you. You don't know all of your senses yet. Most of you only know your physical senses, but miss the other senses as well. All of you have senses and can reach onto other dimensions. There are other dimensional beings coming through trying to help you. The human race needs to evolve. The human race is evolving right now. Slowly, we are all awakening on our own journey. Humans are awakening one at a time. And as humans awaken, they get closer and closer to reaching across that dimension. So when you recognize that you're awakening, it's good to listen, to take time, and to pay attention to it. It is just as important as any other thing you will do in your life. This lifetime is important, but so are all the ones in the past and in the future. Your soul is evolving. It can't learn everything it's supposed to learn in just one lifetime. Sometimes you only see this lifetime, but there are so many before and after. There are many lives, and you must live many of them in order to fulfill your destiny. There are many dimensions across so many different realms, and you are even living in other versions of you, are living in other dimensions, in other views, in other ways. So there could be times that you have visions or dreams that show you living in a different reality. Reality is only what you are perceiving in the moment. And there is not just one reality, but many realities. Allow yourself to awaken. Don't block it. Don't block it with drugs, alcohol, or other distractions. Allow the awakening to come through. The human experience is a powerful one, and you are here to have it for a reason. You're meant to cry. You're meant to feel feelings. You're meant to have a variety of feelings and emotions that could feel uncomfortable at times, and also feelings that feel good, and also neutral feelings. You are meant to have these experiences. What's most important is your connections, is to stay connected in positive ways. There are also connections that are not good for you, and shedding those is an important part of your soul purpose. That's why you're here. You're here to move past the old ways and move into a more evolved, enlightened version of yourself. That's why you're here. Every single human, all humans, all living entities have particular destinies and usually many things they must accomplish in each lifetime. There are many dimensions, and you are part of it. You are part of this dimension that you are in now, but you can reach across to others. What you call the other side is just another dimension. There are many others as well. This is a time of awakening. This awakening will be happening for approximately the next 40 years. Humans all over the world will be awakening in their own way. Allow your awakening to happen naturally. This is set out for you. Before you came into this life, in this dimension, you chose for it to unfold in a particular way. You are capable of connecting. All humans are able to connect across dimensions. Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing that I've been allowing for an entity that wants to come through me, to come through and anyway, so I hope that you guys were able to find some sort of message in what I just brought through. It's an entity that's been kind of knocking on my door it's an interdimensional being. I think it's from a different star system or something. And they keep asking me to come through, and I wasn't really sure how to do it at first, but I think, well, it's not that I didn't know how to do it. I didn't believe in myself to do it. That's more accurate. I mean, I knew that, like, I could connect to spirits, but even sometimes that, like, sometimes mediums can get insecure, just by the way, you guys. And Amber, you can just rewind it when we're done, because I'm almost done anyway. Amber, you could just rewind it. And I'm glad that I'm recording these messages, because that's what the dimensional being wants me to do. Wants me to record them and then try to make little clips out of them and put them out there. And the messages are incredibly important. At least that's what they say to me. I sort of remember some of it, but I don't remember all of it. It's kind of like I step out and the entity steps in. I've done some possession with spirits before, years back, but I don't really do that so much anymore because it was draining when I was doing it with spirits, like, people that have passed. It was just too exhausting, and it wasn't sustainable to do readings that way. So I learned to kind of step back a little bit and do it a little differently, but this channeled entity doesn't seem to drain me. It actually empowers me. I feel more energized after the power comes to me. I feel more, I don't know, my body just actually feels better. So it's interesting that the channeling does that, but with spirits, it feels exhausting. I don't know why. So maybe someday I'll get the answer. Ashley said, thanks, Andrea. Ashley said, you gave me chills. You're a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for sharing your amazing gift. That was a powerful message and extremely empowering. Well, Ashley, that is often what I end up doing. Um, hey, Melissa in the group, she said, oh no, I missed it. I'm sorry. How do you know they are there? So when I'm bringing spirits through, this entity shows up. And the entity just stands aside until I'm ready and waits for me to say it's okay for them to step in. And I'm not supposed to use gender pronouns for them. Um, and so they clearly um, they 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 just are kind of standing there, like kind of witnessing my my interaction with y'all's loved ones. They usually only come when I'm in a public format like this. So like when I'm doing a private reading, they don't usually come through. But when I'm on a public forum like this, they tend to come through, especially when I'm connecting. It's like they want me to channel, they have a message they want me to broadcast, and I'm supposed to broadcast it. And let me just say that I've had some experiences. Um, Thanks. Thank you, MS. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Looks like a lot of you resonated with the message, and I'm glad. Thanks, Patty. Because it's good to know that the message just isn't wasted. Yeah, I was giving them the okay, Jade. Like I was like, okay, okay. Like you can come in, and I have to step back and allow the entity to step in. And then when the entity steps in, then everything else they take over. Weird thing is way back in like 2020, I had an experience when I was in the Arizona desert, hiding from COVID. Um, and because I kind of got caught on the road because I was visiting nursing homes, and I felt like some entities came to me and told me that first of all, I wouldn't get COVID. I didn't get COVID. Second of all, that I needed to go home. Um, Soon thereafter, when we did finally get on the road, um, the borders closed between where I was Arizona, but we had to drive through New Mexico to Colorado. And we were in our RV. And I had these messages while I was having physical experiences. I was also told I needed to go to a doctor. So, but that it didn't have anything to do with COVID. And it turned out that I was diagnosed with a heart condition. I've also had this entity come to me when I was under for heart surgery. And so I just kept feeling like I better do it, like I should do it. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bashar. Every time I would watch Bashar, I felt like the entity would be like, watch what he's doing, watch what he's doing. Almost as if I have to start channeling the message now. I don't know, it's important for me to channel. I'm channeling a different message, they said. So, but I'm channeling a different message, but a similar entity that Bashar is. So I don't know their name yet. I'm kind of still exploring it. So I'm glad that you all are open to it. Yeah, incredible. And something many already thought was the case, multiple dimensions. Yeah, I feel like they validated that, right? Okay. I don't always remember everything, Bianca. I sort of kind of remember some of it, but I don't remember much of it. Maybe the messages are empowerment, encouragement. It is energizing. It is energizing. Yes, MS. So once the entity pulls back and they choose when to pull back, they just pull back when they're done, I guess. Or I don't know. And then when they leave, I kind of feel energized, like I just exercised in a good way. Like not tired, but like, energized. Like I just took a walk outside or something. You think a widespread is, I agree, Samantha. Well, the astrology says that too, and I am an astrologer. So your son talks about dimensions all the time, Cindy. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Yeah, see, Jade, you could feel the shift in vibration. Yeah, I allowed them to come through though. I did say it was okay. They won't come through unless I say it's okay. And yeah, exactly. MS Daryl Anka. That's right. Yep. I've kind of watched him And and I'm still just kind of, I don't know. I don't know why, but it's a similar entity. But that's the entity that he told me to that the entity told me to watch Daryl do it. And every time Bashar would come up, I'd be like, "Listen." And Bashar has some great messages about like following the things you love and things like that. I mean, it's really great messages. So, and they have some interesting theories, and now they have a show on Gaia TV, so maybe I'll check it out. Anyway, I hope that all of this was great to you. I would love it if you shared any reviews in the group if you got a reading today. I appreciate that. And I'm available for readings and mentorship. I teach all sorts of things, everything from mediumship to astrology, and even to shedding trauma or working through trauma and healing from grief and all those kinds of things. So, anything related, if you go to my website, divineandrogyne.com, which is like right there, you can probably see it. Um, it's there's a whole list, and now you can see it above my head in case you have like stuff that's blocking that. Um, because like sometimes you have like and whatever. But thanks for liking, thanks for sharing this, thanks for following the page that you're watching this on. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. It helps greatly, and I'm incredibly grateful for anybody that shares, anyone that writes a review, and particularly I'd love to connect with you in private, see what your spirit guides have to say for you, see maybe connect with your loved ones, or maybe we'll look at your astrology and see what the year holds for you. I also do an incredible astrology death chart reading. I'm the only person in the world that I know of that does it. I essentially look at the astrology of your past loved one, and I try to make sense of it for you. I look at your relationship with them, but also what their life was about, their life purpose, because essentially astrology is our map to life. So if you're feeling a little lost, check your astrology. It probably would help you a lot, especially for this year, you guys. 2025 is going to be a powerful year. The map says so. That's what astrology says. It's a powerful year. It's going to be impactful. And look, it's already began that way. Los Angeles is burning down, right? Okay. So keep your eyes and ears open. And if you want to know what's in store for you, let's look at your astrology chart, get your birth date, get your time, get your place of birth, and come to me and we'll look for the next year. And I'll give you dates and I'll tell you what's going to be going on. Okay. All right, my friends. I have enjoyed this night with you. I'm so glad that you all are open to this divine being. That was one of my concerns, was that y'all want to hear from dead people, not some crazy being. Or that you would think I was crazy. Yep. So anyway, I appreciate all of you for coming today, and I'm so glad that you were all here, and I appreciate you sharing and liking and commenting and following this page. And I look forward to doing this next time. Um, I might do it next week. I have some things going on next week. Plus, I'm getting an implant in my arm, and I'll tell you what. I'll make a post about it so y'all can light a candle for me because I'm having surgery on Thursday. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. Good night.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you Plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.